Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. The last remaining passengers on a cruise struck by a deadly hantavirus outbreak are off the ship. That includes 2 Yukoners who arrived in British Columbia on Sunday night. Leanne Young has the latest from Vancouver.
Tired and I would say exhausted, but very relieved and grateful to be back here in Canada.
That's how BC's provincial health officer described the final 4 Canadians to touch down weeks after being aboard the MV Hondius, the cruise ship at the center of the deadly hantavirus outbreak. She says the 4 so far are asymptomatic.
A couple in their 70s who live in Yukon territory. One is a person in their 70s who resides here in the Island Health Region, and one is a person in their 50s from British Columbia who is currently living abroad.
Dr. Henry says they're all here in BC because the Yukon doesn't have the testing capacity or specialized facilities. The one solo BC resident is self-isolating at home. Others are in government-provided housing, all for a minimum of 21 days.
They're allowed to go out for walks nearby with daily checks from medical teams. They'll be reassessed to determine if they need further quarantining, possibly increase to 6 weeks, the full incubation period for the virus. 2 other Canadians were passengers aboard the ship. They're self-isolating in Ontario. A third person from Ontario and 2 others in Alberta are also at home isolating after possible exposure on flights. On Spain's Canary Islands, officials completed evacuating the final remaining passengers. 87 guests repatriated. Only crew members now remain on board. And the ship's captain speaking out for the first time, praising the perseverance of his passengers.
I've witnessed your caring, your unity, and quiet strength amongst everybody on board.
The World Health Organization says 2 more people linked to the ship have now tested positive, bringing the total to 7. U.S. officials say those cases include 2 Americans, one who is now showing mild symptoms. And in France, authorities say a woman who started to develop symptoms during her flight home to Paris, her condition has deteriorated, and now she's in hospital. 3 people have died in connection to this latest outbreak. Leanne Young, CBC News, Vancouver.
With the Yukon couple now in isolation after being on board that Dutch cruise ship linked to the hantavirus outbreak, Yukon's Chief Medical Officer of Health held a press conference Monday afternoon to address public concerns. Here's what Dr. Sudit Ranade had to say about the situation moving forward.
They need to be housed and they need to be safe and they need to be able to isolate themselves, but they don't actually need any specific care. The issue happens if they become symptomatic, right? And what we know about this hantavirus pulmonary disease is that you can become symptomatic quickly and very severely. And so the issue is about arranging care protocols for if they do need care, how are they going to get it expeditiously, but also in a manner that protects the public around them, right?
That's Yukon's Chief Medical Officer of Health. The family of one of hockey's rising stars is facing more legal trouble in Pennsylvania. Crystal McKenna, the mother of Yukon hockey phenom Gavin McKenna, has been charged with furnishing liquor to a minor. The charge stems from the same night Gavin McKenna was accused of breaking a man's jaw during an alleged assault. George Moratis has the details.
Crystal McKenna has been charged as part of the Pennsylvania state investigation into the Yukon hockey star's alleged assault in January. According to court documents, the offense occurred on January 31st in State College. That's the same date Gavin McKenna was charged with felony aggravated assault after an alleged altercation with a 21-year-old man. The 18-year-old McKenna ultimately had his felony charge dropped. A misdemeanor simple assault charge and other summary charges are ongoing. Crystal McKenna is due to appear in court June 3rd. George Moratis, CBC News, Whitehorse.
A search in the Haines Pass ended in tragedy this weekend. A missing snowmobiler was found deceased Sunday afternoon after an extensive search in the area. Haines Pass stretches across Yukon, BC, and Alaska. Katrin Pilkington reports.
RCMP say the man became separated from his friends at the Haines Summit around 4 p.m. Friday. A storm rolled in shortly afterwards with whiteout conditions and strong winds. Police say his friends returned to the parking area and waited for him to reappear for hours, but he never did. The The man did not have an in-reach satellite phone or survival gear. Yukon and BC RCMP led search and rescue efforts through the weekend, but in a release, they said that conditions were extremely challenging, with snow, fog, rain, and wind limiting helicopter searches, and extreme avalanche conditions, open crevices, and melting snow, limiting the search by snowmobile. On Sunday, a break in the weather allowed a helicopter and snowmobile to finally access the area he was thought to be. At 2 p.m. on Sunday, his body was recovered around 4 kilometers from where he was last seen. Katrin Pilkington, CBC News, Whitehorse.
For many people in the north, sea ice is a lifeline, but hidden slush under the snow can make travel unpredictable and dangerous. Now, a research team in Qikiqtarjuaq, Nunavut, is working on new technology aimed at detecting those hidden hazards before travelers hit the ice. Carl Cardinal reports.
The Sikunungak projects bring together researchers and local partners to improve safety on the ice. They are developing and testing tools like Census to detect and map hazards such as sludge under the snow. Randy Sharian is the lead researcher of the project. He says climate change is increasing risk as ice becomes thinner.
One of the main hazards that emerges on the sea ice is slush. It's not just about knowing how thick the ice is in Qikiqtarjuaq, it's knowing about where slush is. And slush is something that can cause snowmobiles to become stuck.
Sharian says a key focus is making that information accessible to community members. That's why the team is working with Smart Ice, which already has a community-based mapping system. David Ikaksak is the lead operator for Smart Ice in Qikiqtarjuaq. He says sludge can form when heavy snow pushes thinner ice below sea level, creating hidden water under the surface.
It is unpredictable, so we have to monitor the ice to make sure it's safe for hunters to travel.
The project is now in its third year, and it is expected to continue until 2028. Carl Cardinal, CBC News, Iqaluit.
A shipping company has been fined after an oil and chemical tanker illegally entered protected waters in Inuvik. Quebec-based Transport des Gagnés Incorporated was ordered to pay $40,000 on Friday after pleading guilty to 2 Wildlife Act violations. Federal officers say one of the company's tankers entered the Akpite National Wildlife Area twice in 2024 without the required permits. The federally protected area is known for its important seabird habitat along eastern Baffin Island. The company's conviction will also be added to the Environmental Offenders Registry. Another uncertain barge season is raising fresh concerns about the cost of living in Norman Wells. 3 barge trips are planned for this summer in the Northwest Territories, but the community has been burned before. Barges were canceled altogether in 2024 because of low water on the Mackenzie River. That helped drive up heating fuel costs and pushed the town into a state of emergency. Now, some businesses are choosing not to count on barges at all.
Well, we know we're in the midst of climate change. We have been very fortunate the last 2 or 3 winters of very cold winters and a very well-maintained winter road system. How long can we rely on climate change staying cold in the winter? Whatever way we can get freight in, the most affordable way, we're trying to do that. It's an atrocious cost of living in Norman Wells already.
For Pope, the proposed Mackenzie Valley Highway could offer some relief from bad barge seasons, but only if it gets built soon enough. The federal and Yukon governments are putting up $1.5 million to help Yukon workers facing fallout from tariffs. Federal Jobs and Families Minister Patty Hajdu made the announcement today in Whitehorse. Yukon's Economic Development Minister says the territory hasn't been hit as hard as other parts of Canada, but higher costs tied to steel and construction materials are starting to affect the labour market.
What we're seeing here as far as impacts from tariffs is mostly from the industries that are such as steel, that are being impacted for building materials and that type of thing, where we don't have the factories that are seeing the direct. So what we're seeing here in the Yukon is a trend to the cost of building and then the labor force associated to that.
The funding will support up to 200 Yukon workers through retraining and skills development. Ottawa already invests about $6 million each year in workforce agreements in the territory. Haidu says this funding is meant to top up that support as tariff pressures continue. A program in Inuvik is lending a hand to some of the community's most vulnerable residents. Inuvik Works has just wrapped up its first year back in operation, helping seniors and single parents with everything from yard work to small repairs. The program first ran in the early 2000s, and organizers say the need is still there today. The CBC's Des Loreen has more.
It's been 1 year since the return of Inuvik Works and the next to new thrift store. The program aims to train locals for employment and give them jobs helping the elderly. Workshops on computer literacy and resume building have also been offered to the community. The thrift store has been a success, as well as donations steadily coming in by appointment.
The elders are so appreciative. They often phone me after a job has been done and tell me how kind and lovely the crew are. They bake for them and bring them in goodies.
The service is used by different organizations in town, as well as the elderly and single parents.
I love to help elders and single parents, especially the elders. We have to cherish the elders. We have lots of fun with them and storytelling.
Davison says the program is looking at new funding sources to grow. In the future, she hopes to offer more training courses for employees and community members. And she wants to send donations from the thrift store to nearby communities. Des Loreen, CBC News, Inuvik.
The Iqaluit Elders Society is warning that missing elders in the census could mean missing funding for communities across Nunavut. The society says elders were undercounted in the last census in 2021. Executive Director Monica Elkanayuk says only about 1,600 elders were counted, despite the territory's elder population being much higher. She says accurate numbers are critical for services and funding.
It's very important that the census counts our population properly because we get counted for funding. If we miss elders, we miss opportunities in our communities.
The census is now underway across Nunavut and the country. People have until tomorrow to complete it. Kwanlin Dun families with nowhere else to turn during a crisis now have a new place to stay in Whitehorse. Kwanlin Dun First Nation officially opened a new emergency housing project today in the city's Whistlebend neighborhood. The 4-unit building will provide temporary shelter for families facing housing instability, including domestic violence and other unexpected emergencies. Take a look.
What does it feel like for you when you see it all done and ready to welcome people?
Emotional, because it was just a dream. We're going to be opening the doors.
So welcome to one of the units in our new fourplex. Today is our opening for the fourplex. So we do have the living room, we have a dining room. I wanted to create a space where our children felt at home, like they're coming into a place that is safe, designed particular for the families and the children. Like we've got tables, we've got games, we've got books. I just wanted it to feel like they had a big hug and to feel that they're safe. These units are to support families and children within our community. It's a way to keep our children within our community. We do not want any barriers for our children. And what we were finding was there were barriers in not having a home big enough to care for the kids. We were renting a lot of Airbnbs, and we felt that we would create our own space for our children within the community and with their aunties, their uncles, their grandparents.
Today is much more than the opening of the building. It represents a shift in how we support our families, our children, and our community. For many years, we found ourselves responding in crisis, trying to keep children safe using temporary hotel rooms and short-term rentals, while families and caregivers struggled to find stability and support. This is not housing. It is part of a larger circle of care. It is a place where families can stabilize, reconnect, heal, and move forward with support.
A piece of Yukon aviation history is finally getting its moment. Years after the old Watson Lake Airport terminal was designated a Yukon Historic Site, the community gathered this weekend to officially celebrate the milestone. DJ Deer has the story.
A crowd of about 50 people gather at the historic old terminal to celebrate this iconic aviation landmark. Watson Lake's old airport terminal building finally receiving its official historic site plaque. The designation came in 2019. Delayed by the pandemic, this crowd didn't mind waiting a few more years and some bracing winds to see this. The large turnout surprised everyone, including local and territorial officials.
It really does show that, the designation is enduring, and it will continue to connect people to the place and ensure that people are aware of the history and the significance of the air terminal building.
Watson Lake's airport was built in 1942. It served as a stop on the former Northwest staging route, connecting Edmonton to Fairbanks, Alaska during World War II. The route helped deliver military aircraft to the former Soviet Union, who were fighting the Nazis on the war's Eastern Front. That history is illustrated today through pictures like these, along with a few other quirks of the past. There are also personal stories of connection.
My daughter was almost born on the runway here in a medevac plane on the way to Whitehorse. A lot of people have a certain connection to the place, and how many people showed up here is a testament to the fact that people care.
While the old terminal building has been preserved for posterity, some community members are also wondering if commercial flights might ever return.
We have an industry here of guide outfitters and tourism aviation company, and we have something here that is worth keeping. I think the energy is there. I want to see this airport come alive again in terms of the volunteers who come to help.
Meanwhile, the new historic plaque is on display for all to see, right outside the main entrance of the terminal. TJ Deer, CBC News, Watson Lake.
A community-led project in Arviat is working to change the future of maternal health in Inuvik. The Arviat Cultural Safety Project is giving women a platform to share their birthing experiences and their vision for safer, more culturally grounded midwifery care in the north. Bianca McEwen has that story.
When you go down to Winnipeg, you wait so long and then just being seen like only 5 minutes.
Lydia Machionuk is reflecting on what it's like to be pregnant in Arviat. She says getting flown out of the community and leaving friends and family is hard. She is the wellness coordinator with Inuvik Wellness Society. She's working on the Arviat Cultural Safety Project, hearing birthing stories from more than 100 women. Executive Director Kukik Baker says considering culture is key.
The goal was to look at those experiences and try and figure out things that we can do to help make things better for the women in our community. Looking at culturally how women used to give birth.
The project also turned the birthing stories into colorful interpretations that have traveled to Winnipeg and now Edmonton.
I would ask those ladies that I wanted to see that I will put in the wall hanging how they felt.
The wall hangings are about animals, mothers, and elders. Part of the project also included a midwifery conference in Winnipeg at the end of April. Machionuk says hearing from elders was inspiring.
I learned a lot from the elders that were speaking, and it really touched me. And I wanted to do more. I want to reach out, help the ladies that are pregnant, what they want, what they need.
Baker says recording the experience of elders is important.
I would have liked to hear more of and document some of that information before it's lost, because there's not many people will remember that or know that type of information.
Baker says the project also includes programming on skills the women want to learn, like cooking and making parkas. The project and programming continues, with a report on the Cultural Safety Project expected to come out next fall. Bianca McEwen, CBC News, Iqaluit.
From preserving traditional knowledge through healthcare to sharing Inuit stories through art. An Iqaluit-based Inuk artist is opening her first solo exhibition, and the work is now set to tour internationally. The exhibit highlights the strength and reach of Inuit storytelling. Liam Baker reports.
She escapes by casting a spell on a piece of driftwood, and the driftwood cracks open and she climbs inside and it closes over her. So she escapes her cannibalist husband and then runs and gets help, and then she stabs him to death.
That's the story of Masanek, the heroine of the Greenlandic myth of Shushuak, and the inspiration behind Lakaluk Williamson's exhibition, Nuliamini Nukulik. It uses a variety of mediums, including film, vocal performance, photography, and beadwork. London's Mimosa House is hosting the exhibition.
It touches on ideas around body size and body image, and the way that that women, in particular women's bodies, are, there's systematic injustices attached to the way that they're treated, attached to colonialism, racism, capitalism, and the patriarchy.
Williamson went through the collections of Inuit art held by the British Museum to help create the exhibition.
She had a fabricator make big versions of very small ivory objects that belong to Inuit that are in the British Museum collection, and these go in our exhibition as part of her central piece, which is called Nuliaminik Nichilik, and they're objects that are identified with women.
The Greenlandic artist opened her exhibition with a performance at the museum, something both she and her curators say was surreal.
We walked around all of the objects in the Indigenous gallery and wrapped the ribbon around all the vitrines, and the performance ended with everybody facing each other in conversation, literally hugging the Indigenous objects at the British Museum. So it was bizarre and melancholy and beautiful at the same time.
The exhibition will be hosted at the Mimosa House until the end of June. It will also tour Nuuk and Ottawa. For CBC News, I'm Liam Baker.
Since 2002, the National Aboriginal Hockey Championship has brought together U18 men's and women's hockey teams from First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities all across Canada. The annual tournament wrapped up over the weekend in Regina. We stopped by to talk with one of the coaches.
My earliest memory of hockey would be when I was about 5 or 6 years old. My dad had me on the ice. I had taken skating lessons, and one of my first times in full gear, and I did the old kind of step, 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 step until I couldn't go any further, and I face planted, and I wanted to quit. Let's go to it. There you go, Wild. Good hustle. I'm Alex Hendrickson. I'm the head coach of Team BC, competing at the National Aboriginal Hockey Championships. I am a citizen of Métis Nation of BC, and my family comes from Treaty 5 territory in Manitoba. Looked really good, so yeah, really great job. Round of applause for everybody for a solid effort today. To me, coaching was just something that came very naturally. I really wanted to be a positive role model for the girls that I coach and the ladies that I coach, and I really wanted to help influence them. Really good passes, really good plays. When I grew up, it was a bit different for women in hockey. I was playing on a boys team. I was the only girl. Nobody really talked to me. There were players and parents that didn't really want me around, and then you fast forward to 2026 now, and really it's a great time for females in sports, and I think it is really helping with the gender parity, and I think we're on the right track. I think in the last few years I've seen a lot of growth in the female sport, and I see a lot of traction. People are actually buying in, people are supporting, people are wearing the merchandise, and it's a really exciting time to be a woman in sport.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. Tonight, we leave you with footage from the Whale Cove snowmobile race on Saturday. Reagan Nihok finished first, taking home $15,000 in prize money. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.